Good day, everyone. My name is Siddhartha, and today I'm going to tell you about the famous Hispanic chemist, Mario Molina. So, most kids haven't discovered what their true passion is, let alone what they want to do for their career. But not Mario Molina. And no, he's not the coin-grabbing Italian plumber that may jump into your head. A boy of passion, at 10 years old, he turned his own family's scarcely used bathroom into his personal scientific laboratory. Mario J Molina was born on March 19th, 1943 in Mexico City, of Mexico. Unbeknownst to his baby cocoa bean toad self, he would eventually become the first Mexican-born citizen to win a Nobel Prize in chemistry. Being sent to a boarding school in Switzerland at the mere age of 11 years old in the interest of learning German as a vital language for a chemist to know, he had already at that time decidedly taken the path of a research chemist. However, prior to this endeavor, Molina had considered pursuing a musical career as he played the violin. Molina began to study chemical engineering at the National Autonomous University of Mexico. Earning his BS in 1965, he moved on over to his advanced degree in West Germany at the University of Freiburg in 1967. Afterwards, he returned to his alma mater to become an associate professor from 1967 to 68, and then resumed studying physical chemistry at the University of California, Berkeley, earning his Ph.D. in 1972. Thus, he began to work there for a year. During his time at Berkeley, Molina experienced the radically impactful nature of science on society and was dismayed at learning there were chemical lasers being developed as weapons elsewhere. Hence, he vowed to be involved with research that would be beneficial to society, not for potentially harmful purposes, which he proved to do quite phenomenally in the future. Next, he joined Roland at the University of California, Irvine, and the pair began to conduct experiments on pollutants in the atmosphere, leading to their discovery that chlorofluorocarbons, CFC gases, deplete the ozone layer, which in turn led to a 20th century international movement to limit such industrially manufactured gases. Molina was the principal author in describing his and Roland's findings in the 1974 scientific journal Nature, sparking worldwide debate. We can take a look at this research through some chemical equations similar to what we looked at in class for classifying chemical reactions in Chemistry 11 with Mr. Mumby at LVR. Molina theorized that photons from ultraviolet light, known to break down oxygen molecules, could also break down CFCs, releasing a number of products including chlorine atoms into the atmosphere. Chlorine atoms, Cl, are radicals, meaning that they have an unpaired electron and are very reactive. Chlorine atoms react easily with ozone molecules, O3, removing one oxygen atom to leave O2 and chlorine monoxide, ClO. This chemical equation above my head depicts all this. ClO is also a radical, thereby highly reactive, which reacts with ozone again in this process to release two O2 molecules and a Cl atom. The radical Cl atom is not consumed in these reactions, so it stays in the system, as you can see here. Thus, Molina and Roland predicted that the chlorine atoms being produced by this decomposition of CFC would act as an ongoing catalyst in a seriously damaging chain reaction in the ozone layer of the stratosphere. After Roland and Molina's efforts in the face of obstinate policymakers, industrialists, and commercial manufacturers, his and his colleagues' work was finally validated by the mid-1980s. When an ozone hole was discovered by multiple scientists over Antarctica and the evidence was published. In 1987, the world signed the Montreal Protocol, which regulated the use of CFCs, saving the globe from having literally 2/3 of its ozone layer being degraded by 2065. Mario saved much more than the princess.
Let's go!
After spending 7 years at Irvine as an assistant and then associate professor, Molina moved on to work at the Jet Propulsion Laboratory in the California Institute of Technology in Pasadena from 1982 to 1989, when he became a professor at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology in Cambridge. Then in 2004, he moved to the University of California, San Diego. as a rather interestingly remarkable insight to me. He mentioned in an autobiography that he enjoys working with students who provide him with, quote, invaluable intellectual stimulus. He mentions that he benefited from teaching, as he explains his views to students with critical and open minds, and thus is continually challenged to go back and rethink his ideas. He sees, quote, teaching and research as complementary, mutually reinforcing activities, end quote. Words of wisdom, folks! Among his innumerable awards, recognition, and achievements, Molina jointly won in 1995 the Nobel Prize for Chemistry with chemists F. Sherwood Rowland and Paul Crutzen for research in the 1970s concerning the decomposition of the ozonosphere. And Molina himself was eventually awarded the US Presidential Medal of Freedom in 2013. Now, in 2020, at 77 years old, as an incredibly distinguished scholar with several degrees and over 30 honorary degrees from universities all over the world, such as Harvard and Complutense of Madrid, Mario J Molina remains steadfast in preaching on climate change and environmental policy, as well as encouraging more people of color to practice science. So, in spite of its invisible nature and making it difficult to convey the impending threat's urgency, Molina realized he had a responsibility to communicate his findings to society, and he did so with utter commitment in order to save mankind. There's something admirable about that. Not only that, he succeeded. Thus, today, we see indications of the ozone layer slowly recovering. He truly is a hero. I hope you enjoyed my presentation on the incredible and, in my opinion, criminally underrated chemist, Mario J Molina. Thank you.